Sorry guys, so we're gonna bring them on now.
You guys can still hear me. You just can't hear Emily because I have to call everybody now. You're back? Who do we have here? I gotta call everyone back.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, so let's have everyone introduce themselves. Are you guys tuned into the Everfree Network page to see your lovely cutie pictures? Okay.
Yep.
So
I can't get it up. It's not showing for me.
Yeah, it's
Of
not
course.
playing for me either, but it's loading.
don't worry, we're having the derpiest episode ever. It's incredible. But I'm Sandra, and I'd like you guys to introduce yourself by if you see yourself in a picture from left to right from those pictures. I don't really know how else
So we'll
to.
start with Meredith.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hi, guys. My name is Meredith Sims, and for Silically Studios, I play Fluttershy.
Oh gosh, everyone loves Fluttershy so much.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that is so cute.
Oh, that's so cute.
Okay,
Alright,
so
so,
who's next on that
I guess
picture?
I'm next.
You are
I'm
next,
Hannah
girl.
May, and I play Luna for Silically Studios.
You want to give us a little taste of that?
The fun has been doubled.
Oh yes, it has. Okay.
Okay, I guess I'm next. I'm Emily Coke, and I voiced Rainbow Dash for Silly Philly.
Very well too. All of you guys, amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Oh, finally, it's showing up for me.
Yay!
Okay.
Because you're next.
Yeah, you're next.
Good, okay, well then. I'm Jen. I play Celestia for Silically Studios.
And how does that sound?
Yeah.
Do you like bananas?
Oh my gosh.
I guess I'm next. I'm Tay, on YouTube known as TR Ponies, and I play Twilight Sparkle for Silically Studios.
Nice. Wanna give us a taste?
Dear Princess Celestia.
Very nice.
I don't like
Okay, so since there's so many of us in this chat right now, I figured the best way for us to ask questions is for you guys to answer in the order of your picture again.
Oh, wait, we missed one though. Amy.
Oh, well, Emily, you're supposed to be on that. I can't see anything that's going on.
What's
And you're my favorite character. You do the
Rainbow
evil
Dash?
ones.
Let's see, what shall I say here? You see out 20% cooler.
Oh, we need Amy too.
Yeah, we need Amy too.
Yep. Hey, you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes. Awesome. I am Amy B. I voice Queen Chrysalis. And Trixie, who obviously is the best pony.
Obviously.
That sounds really good. Oh my gosh.
You're fooling my ears, you guys. Knock it off.
We're talking to ponies. We're talking to the actual ponies from the show, guys. These aren't videos. What are you talking about?
Okay, so we've got everyone out. I really apologize. I mean, we were streaming, and Emily normally streams, and her screen went completely blank. So I had to jump in and take over, and I didn't have any of this stuff with me, like, to do this. So I'm kind of winging it. So we're going to go with the questions and just answer in the order we've been doing, I guess.
Okay, who crossed the streams?
Alright, I'm gonna go first to the first question. So, how did you guys find out about My Little Pony?
So wait, I'm going first. Okay. I found out it was 2 years ago, when season 1 was still going on, and I was using Stumble Upon, and I don't even play StarCraft, but somebody had mixed like StarCraft and My Little Pony, and Stumble Upon gave it to me, and I was like, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I told you now. And the next 3 days later, I was done. Season 1.
Nice.
Yeah. That's it.
Alright.
For me, I have a little sister who's like, I guess she was 10 at the time, so I think that kind of factors into it. So I had like heard of the show. I liked My Little Pony when I was a little kid, okay? I was one of those kids who was in love with ponies, even the old generations. Don't judge me, I'm not into that now. And yeah, I don't know. I would like to see stuff online. I decided to watch it, and I tried so hard to hate it, but I loved it.
Aw,
So that's my story.
that's awesome. All sisters do that to each other, though.
Yeah. Sisters are awesome.
We both have like little sisters, so we know how you feel.
We can have a play date with the three of us.
Okay.
Alright.
So next on our list.
Okay. My story, I guess, is kind of sort of long.
Don't worry about
I
it.
had a lot of my friends on Facebook posting videos of ponies, and so I guess I had known a little bit about the series, but I hadn't really been interested in it. But I had been voice acting before I joined the My Little Pony community, and one of my friends said, "Hey, do you know about My Little Pony Friendship is Magic?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And he said, "Oh, well, there's this little project that's kind of related to that, a little thing called Moonstuck. Would you like to go and try out for that?" And I said, "Yeah, send me whatever the audition link was." And I ended up getting the part. But after getting that, I just decided to look a little bit deeper into all the videos and all the episodes, and so I started watching, and the more I watched, the more I liked it.
Nice. Yeah, I love Moonstuck. That was so
I've actually never heard of that.
It's this, like, they have, like, there's, like, those little shorts of Luna, and she's on the moon, and everyone's, like, asking her to do different things on the moon. Like, just, like, random things, like drawing art, and, jumping around and prancing.
That sounds funny.
And doing science.
Yeah.
Science.
Yeah, as for me, my story isn't nearly as cool, but it might be the funniest. My boyfriend actually got me into My Little Pony.
Oh,
Might be the
really?
funniest. I think you got it there.
He actually, from his male coworker, he got into the show, and then he got me into it, and he and I are just huge bronies at this point.
That's awesome. I really like that. A boy got you into it. That's really cool.
It's pretty funny, because he's actually a bodybuilder, too, and he knows Kung Fu. Yeah, and he loves My Little Pony.
He's like, come on, let me tell you about ponies.
Yeah.
Ponies are the manliest thing you can ever.
He's in love.
find.
Straight.
You know?
The chatty box is just saying how awesome your boyfriend is.
Fluttershy's his favorite, so like anytime anyone's a Fluttershy voice, like he just turns into a puddle of jello. It is hilarious.
Aw, that's so sweet.
That's so cool. I say bronies are the best.
Yeah.
Jen, how about you go next?
Okay, I'll go next. So I guess, I don't know. I started seeing pictures of ponies on websites like Memebase. I don't know if any of you know what that is, but it's like, well, it's just like for memes. And,
Oh yeah.
I was like, what the heck? Yeah. I was like, what the heck is this? Like, these guys are watching My Little Pony. They're like, what? And, so then I eventually had a, like, huge falling out with a lot of my best friends, like, the best friends I'd ever had. And so I basically banished myself to the moon and stayed by myself for a while. And so while I was unhappy alone and, just wanting something happy, I decided, hey, let's go check out some ponies. So I did. And the friendship messages were really, I don't know, they really hit something in me. They struck a chord in me. And so then I was hooked, and that's
That's adorable. Oh my god. Group hug.
And now your whole family are bronies and nice.
yeah, I converted my mom. My mom's a brony now.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed with your mom.
I just did that to my mom. I just converted her to a brony like a few days ago. Now she's even on Twitter and talking about it.
I follow your mom.
She's coming into my room every night with new pony toys.
Didn't you get her to record something in your newest dub?
Really?
Yes, I did.
How have I not seen this yet?
It's not out yet.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I guess I'm the last one to go. Mine's not as touchy-feely as Jen's. I was a part of a forum for a movie for a couple years, and a really, really close friend I met online told me about the show, and I had seen it around the internet before, but I never really looked into it. I kind of thought it was a little weird, but I never really judged or anything. And then one day, my friend was just like, okay, you need to check out this show. And so I did, and I ended up watching the entire first season in one day. And I got my brother into it too, so my brother is a Brony too, and I met Silly Philly Studios, which is like the best group of friends I've ever had in my entire life. And I met my boyfriend through the Brony fandom, and it's just been an amazing ride.
Aw, that's awesome.
Okay,
We're
so
rainbows over here. We're totally barfing rainbows.
who doesn't? Okay, real quick to the chatty box. Please do not send direct chats to me. They will beep now that I am the one streaming.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I turned mine off, but now it's...
I don't know how. I am like the derpy of the internet, and this is what happened.
I'll have it fixed for next week, so you won't have to worry about it. Alright, you want to ask the
Okay,
next
yeah. Same order of answering, but who is your favorite main 6 pony?
Well, Fluttershy, of course.
Fluttershy's my fave. I love her. I relate to her the most.
Definitely joining the Fluttershy party.
Yay!
Yeah, me too, actually. Fluttershy's my favorite.
Likewise, I don't know, I think we all kind of were the shy, kind of meek ones growing up. A little bit. So, yeah, Fluttershy's best pony.
Oh, you guys are so mainstream.
Yeah, jeez, man.
Everybody loves Fluttershy.
Well,
Pinkie
Jen and
Pie.
I both are into Pinkie Pie.
Yeah, Pinkie Pie for the win.
Fluttershy.
And sometimes Applejack. I really support Applejack, and she doesn't have a lot of fans. and it makes me sad.
Applejack is actually
Applejack's really
slowly becoming one of my favorites.
I love
I like
Applejack.
her.
Applejack is the big sister I would love to have.
I know, because
Yeah.
my favorite pony happens to be Apple Bloom, but like if I had to have a favorite main 6, it'd be Fluttershy, but it's slowly becoming Applejack. I don't know what it is with her.
I guess I have a thing with Twilight Sparkle, but only because we're both complete bookworms.
I like both Fluttershy and Twilight, which is funny because they're the 2 characters that I actually voice.
Same here, and I like Rarity a lot too. I really like Rarity a lot. I don't know why. I really like her this season, actually.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't really like her in the newest episode. How she was making
she was
all that work.
Oh, I know, that was sad. But anything to spend time with you.
But people,
Yeah.
what about Rainbow Dash?
I love Rainbow Dash in the new episode.
Don't worry, the
too.
chatty box
Yeah,
is
yeah.
telling you
Rainbow
that.
Dash used to be my second favorite, but she's moved down. I don't know why.
So all of you who say Fluttershy's best pony, we should all Fluttery together.
Okay.
Ready?
On the count of 3, you guys ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yay!
Yeah.
That was interesting.
That's a chorus of cuteness, I guess.
Okay, everyone just yay at the chatty box. That's what they want.
Yay!
Okay.
So much flutter. I'm sorry. I think you just destroyed the chat box.
Sorry.
Alright guys, do you have a favorite background pony?
I really like the nurse pony. I just think she's really pretty.
Oh, Lyra, hands down. Get my joke?
No.
That's a knee slapper.
I love my derpy, but since I've been doing some Octavia dubs lately, I'm really growing on Octavia too.
Yeah, I like Octavia and I like Derpy. I like all the background ponies.
No, man. Yeah, I like Derpy and Vinyl Scratch, I think.
To me, it's actually Dr. Hooves. It's
Yeah,
gotta be
Dr.
Hooves.
too. I'm a big
I
Dr.
like
fan.
Lemon Hearts and Twinkle
And
Sky.
I like Lightning Bolt. Nobody knows
Twinkle Shine's my
Lightning Bolt.
favorite.
All the ponies.
No love for road rage, guys? Really?
I like Lightning Bolt. It's Lightning Bolt, so.
Sad.
I think we listed about every single background pony. So,
If we haven't, the chatty box sure has.
they're like, wait, which one's which? What? No, you're good. So which pony is most relatable to each of you?
I mean, Fluttershy is definitely the most relatable to me with a mixture of Twilight and
Meredith,
that.
you are like the human incarnation of Fluttershy.
I am?
Yes.
Maybe a little bit, but...
You say muffins as a curse word, okay? I think
Yeah.
I do say muffins as a curse word because I don't want to slip up if somebody is around that doesn't like curse words.
Don't
Very
worry.
sweet.
Cough me.
Sorry.
Alright, so who's next?
Oh,
I've already forgotten the order.
I know, or the
It's that
Picture, right?
Who's next?
yeah. It's
Second
Meredith, me, Emmy, Jen, Tay, Amy. But for me, I think everyone would agree I probably relate most to Pinkie Pie. And,
Yes.
yeah, maybe with a dash of Rainbow Dash. Wow, I am making all sorts of great puns today.
Puns are the best.
Just because I'm kind of, like, all over the place and, yeah, random.
Very, yes.
Literally.
Oh, that's awesome. Alright, so Emily?
I guess it's my turn, I guess. I honestly have no idea. I don't know which pony I relate to most.
None?
I don't know.
There's also the option of pass.
Past.
I guess I'm going to say pass then, for now.
Awkward turtle. Alright, Jen?
Probably Fluttershy. I'm very, very shy in real life. Like really, like someone will come up to me at work and say like, "Hey, do you know where this is?" I work as a cashier, and I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. It's somewhere down in the other aisle. Just go away, please."
Oh my gosh, I used to work at a grocery store too. Whenever someone do that, I'm like, I look around, I'm like, honestly, I'm new here, so I really don't know what I'm doing. And I just like would kind of awkwardly walk away.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ask the front desk, love you. You know, it's like, oh.
I like point somewhere and say, "Signs, look."
It's like an
How
adventure
much
if you
more
find
obvious
it
can it get in the
yourself.
grocery store?
Alright, Taylor? Or Tay, rather.
I definitely relate most to Fluttershy. I've always been really, really shy until you get to know me, like these guys have. I'm crazy, but I've been told by some friends that I'm like Twilight Sparkle, but I mean I'm not like nerdy or anything like that. I don't.
You are such a nerd, don't even lie.
No, I am not. I'm not. I'm like
Super bossy, super oriented.
I'm not like
I'm
Twilight Sparkle nerd. Maybe a Brony
Once
nerd.
we get to know you, you're Twilight Sparkle.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Someone's spamming.
Oh, well.
Here.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Emily, am I the one who has to get rid of that?
We've got mods, so they should be taking care of it.
Okay,
fine.
Mods, where are you at?
Oh, look who it is.
They got it, no worries.
Rob,
Alright.
fix it.
Rob wants me to take care of it.
Ruby's in the chat. Hi, Ruby. Sorry, had to.
Yeah. Okay,
Alright,
I guess of all the ponies, I would have to say Sweetie Belle.
Aw.
Just because I was always bullied a lot as a kid, and I was really shy and a late bloomer, and I also sang a lot, but I was always way too shy to actually do it.
Oh.
And I had a big sister who I was like kind of in the shadow of. She was Miss Sports Star, and I was just kind of mean.
Oh. Well, I can relate to that, kind of. Just.
That's understandable. I think we've all gone through a little bit of bullying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's changed.
Alright, Sandra.
Okay, so let me look at the questions, because I just have to be that awkward. What is the first episode you've seen? The first episode of Ponies ever?
Like that you ever started seeing?
Because for me, it wasn't the first episode.
It wasn't to me.
I don't know, for me it was the first episode.
Yeah,
Same
same
here.
here.
Oh,
Like
I
I said,
saw
I watched
Over a
the whole
Barrel
season
first.
one day.
And then I guess the song did not sell it for me.
Yeah. I went deliberately looking for it online, so the first episode was naturally the first one I looked for.
Okay, so
Yeah.
scratch that
I
question.
do.
What's your
Well,
favorite
mine was the
episode?
And then it got good.
Mine was Winter
Yeah.
Rabbit, actually.
Favorite episode?
Oh, that's harder.
Should I be asking
I
simple
really
questions?
I really like Sweet and Elite a lot.
Mm.
I love Sweet and Elite. I don't even know why. And I love Find a Pet. Those are my top 2.
I feel too cliche if I say the season finale.
Don't
But it was so good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like all the episodes. I like a lot of the Pinkie Pie ones. I've liked all the ones in season 3 so far, except for maybe the opener, because I'm not really sure what was going on with Cadence being thrown like a javelin. But other than that, it's been great.
Oh my god, it was so confusing. I'm like, wait, what?
No.
Crystal Princess? How did she become a Crystal Princess if, like, no one even knew about the Crystal Empire and she already had a crystal heart on her cutie mark?
Oh gosh,
Like,
Emily's
that's
starting to
plot
rant.
Yeah.
I didn't know, like,
Let us not question the plot.
Maybe her, like,
Destiny.
grandma was
I'm
Crystal
not going to
Princess.
comment.
Because
Yeah, be quiet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
my favorite episode is where Trixie takes over all Ponyville naturally.
That's awesome. That was a really good episode. Oh my gosh.
It was
All the season 3 episodes. Every single time a new episode comes out, I'm like, oh, that's my favorite. No, this one.
they just keep getting better.
My
Maybe it's just
favorite
because it's getting them.
episodes are the Discord episodes.
I like the Discord episodes too. That's, I think, my favorite. Find a Pet comes in a close second, but the Discord ones are good.
I watched both of those episodes today.
I think my favorites are, I don't know, I feel like Party 1 was really cool. I really like that one.
Yeah,
And,
that's my favorite.
Season 2 finale, and Less Than Zero, and Lunatic Cliff, and...
Less Than Zero is another really good one.
Dragonshine! Oh, I love that episode.
I like Hurricane Fluttershy too.
That one's awesome.
Yeah.
That was a really good one.
Alright guys, so what drew... Well, I guess we already said how you found out about the fandom. But, okay, we're gonna move on to, actually, just about voice acting. So, how long have each of you been voice acting for?
Let's go in order.
Yes,
Sorry.
You're gonna
You're saying what's
go
going on.
in order.
Yeah. Okay. I started trying to get into voice acting when I was about 16, but I really started to get back into voice acting around the Fighting is Magic auditions, because I sent my audition in and I was like, you know what, I'm probably not going to get it, but if I do get it, then maybe it's a sign that I should try and start voice acting again, because I really wasn't doing very well in high school, but then I got it, so that's how I kept going.
Yay!
Nice.
Alright. As for me, I kind of, got completely started with, Project Saturation, which was Silly Philly's kind of old name or whatever. I don't know, a lot of drama went down. But, I'm not even going to get into that. But that's how it started. I always knew that, I wanted to be a cartoon character, but that's not really possible. And I don't know, I saw an audition and I thought I would try it, and the team ended up taking a chance on me, even though I had a cruddy mic and, no talent whatsoever. But now it's better, and that's how I got where I am today.
Hannah, you're lying. You're totally a cartoon character.
I might be.
That's what I told everyone I wanted to be when I grew up.
A
I
cartoon
want to be
character.
in a cartoon.
I wanted to be a unicorn when I grew up. I don't know what
I
you
had
guys
so
are
many
talking
things.
about.
I want to be an astronaut, Pokemon trainer,
Oh, yes.
cartoon character.
I want to be the very best.
Like, no
No one ever was?
I will test.
Oh, God, we're
Okay,
gonna-
we can go on with the whole song. I think we should stop this.
Okay, go on.
I'll be the voice of authority and stop it now.
You give me no joy.
That's great. Alright, so who's next?
I think
Emmy, I believe.
Yeah, Emmy.
Okay, so I started voice acting, or I guess I started voice acting when I was around 14, and I don't know, for the past for 4 years after that, it was pretty much just I want to voice act in the summer when I can, because at that point it was just school. But since I started college a year ago, I've just kind of been a lot more active with it, and I really, really love it. So that's pretty much me. It's not that big of a
Yeah, it's still Alright, so is Jen next?
Is that Me?
Yep.
Or...
Yes, it's you.
Yes,
Okay.
that is you.
Alright, so I guess, I don't know, I've kind of always been acting. I don't know, I took... I don't know. I got into voice acting specifically when I got my first microphone, which was when I was about 16. And I started off in the Sims 2 community, where people would make these little series with using the Sims 2. And that was kind of fun. And so then I got into ponies, and the first pony project that really, I don't know, got the ball rolling was Project Saturation, and then which became Silly Billy Studios.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yay.
I have no acting experience whatsoever. And so when I actually auditioned for something in another fandom a couple of years ago, but that didn't go anywhere. And then I found out about ponies, and something drew me into wanting to voice act for it, and I saw a audition for Twilight in a really small animation back in November of last year, and that was my first thing I ever did. But then the first major thing was Project Saturation, and I don't know, that's just really what got the ball rolling for me, and I've been doing a lot of stuff since, so it's been really fun.
Well, we really appreciate it.
Of course.
With your voice.
Ooh, I guess it's my turn. I'm old. I am almost 30. I've been acting most of my life. When I was a lot younger, back in LA, I did a lot of tryouts for voice acting stuff, like anime dubs, but I never really landed anything. So I kind of put it on the back burner, moved to Seattle, kind of made my own life. But then I just kind of began getting into it slowly, just for jokes, just kind of began to do some voices and realized I was okay at some of them, and I began to do auditions online and began getting more into the fandom, and then I met these awesome ladies, and by some grace of insane luck, I actually got in with the crew, and I could not be happier. I'm seriously tickled to be with you guys.
All the feels.
And we'll give you an internet hug.
This is Mean Girl, she's Katie Heron.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
That's
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
On Wednesdays, we wear pink.
Yeah, I like pink.
You can only have a ponytail once in a week, right?
Okay, for the next question, I'm actually really curious about this one. For individually, which voice actor do you look up to, if there's one that you do look up to? Like a very mainstream voice actor or actress.
Well, honestly, the actress that really, the professional actress that really got me into voice acting was Lucy Christian.
I love Lucy Christian! Oh my
Yeah, I love Lucy Christian. She did, I used to watch an anime called Princess Tutu, which is not as girly as it sounds, actually.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and she played the main character, and just her ability to change emotion the way that she did was absolutely astounding to me. And she was the one that really made me want to go out and try my hardest to do at least something similar.
Yeah.
That's very sweet and neat. I like that story. Very touching.
Alright.
Mine is probably Grey Delisle. I was always kind of obsessed with The Last Airbender and Azula, and I don't know, it just kind of let me start thinking about that seriously, because I didn't realize that there was actually people doing the voices. And I don't know, I was obsessed with all of Grey Delisle's characters, and still kind of am, and was really honored to meet her at Candlelight Gardens, and yeah.
You were at Candlelight Gardens?
Yeah.
Oh, lots of us were at Candlelight Gardens.
Most of us.
I was there.
Except me.
I was
And me.
I wish I saw you all.
Yeah, we had a
Meredith and I
panel.
were. And a bunch
They
of
had a panel, dude.
And I was sitting with Rena. You probably saw me.
I think I was in there. Well, that's really awkward. I was totally sitting in there. I remember this now. Did you guys go up in front of the table and start like going through like impressions and stuff?
Yeah, we did. We wrote
Yeah.
the script. Yeah.
We were in a script.
Yeah.
It's just like Fluttershy.
We were all dressed in our characters.
Mm-hmm.
I got a bad memory. I remember that now.
Boo.
I don't know. Well, hopefully we'll all get to BronyCon. That's
Yeah, we're all
Yes,
trying to go to
we're
BronyCon
all
and
trying
we're all gonna
And,
try and go to BronyCon.
Yeah.
Hopefully so. We'll go and have a panel there again.
Well, I'm definitely gonna be at BronyCon because I live there, but
You live like right there.
I will be at Everfree. If anyone's gonna go to Everfree, I'll be there.
I'm trying to go to Everfree.
Likewise.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be at Disney World. Who lives near Disney World? That's where I'll be.
Just once a year, so
Huh.
yeah. But Sandra and I, we're gonna be at EQLA if you guys are gonna try to go there.
I don't think any of us are planning for
I think
that.
someone's trying to
I
go
think
there.
our animator
not.
is, for Silly Philly is gonna try and get there.
Is he?
Okay.
I thought he was gonna stay away from that one.
Oh, is he?
He
I
wants
didn't.
to go
I don't
to
know.
the
I thought I
animator
heard him say that once. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Maybe
I
not.
don't know. Don't trust me. I don't know.
So Emmy, who was the voice actor that you looked up on?
I guess in the beginning I didn't really have a voice actress who I looked up to, but I guess as I've gone on, I really like Lucy Christian, as Meredith said. I don't know, I discovered Lucy Christian through JHaller, and I don't know if people want to hate on me for that, but that's something I really like, and
Well, no one should be on that. That's a really good anime.
I really like it. And so she voiced, I believe, Hungary and Chibi America, and just that she could do multiple characters and pull off both of them so convincingly. I think that's just something that's really, really great, and something that I hope that I do, and I hope that I can continue to work on.
It's always very impressive when a voice actor can do that.
Tara Strong, yes, Tara Strong. Some in the chat box says I also really like Tara Strong for the same reason.
Oh my gosh, I
Drawn
know.
together.
When I realized that she was all those voices, I'm like, wait, what? And I had to like
I
read
know, right?
Like when you're young,
Mind is blown.
I know, right? Because like like what Fairly Odd Parents is out where all
Timmy
like
Turner
The most
and
mind-blowing one is that she played the older brother in Foster Son for Imaginary
Oh,
Friends.
I know.
Like, that
I
sounds nothing like a girl.
that threw us off.
Yeah.
She's
So-
at least one part of everyone's childhood.
I'm like thinking back to the
Yeah.
memory of when I found out that all the little boys were old ladies. Just I was like, how do you do that? Like, wow.
Yeah.
I find it very impressive. Mind blown.
Alright, so Jen, which voice actor do you look up to?
I don't know. I didn't really watch a lot of cartoons as a kid, so I didn't really have any base to start from. I just took it from everywhere when I started doing voices. I don't know, I looked to other people I liked, and when I liked their acting style, I would examine their voices. Yeah, CBF 36 in the chat. That's why.
Jen doesn't have childhood.
No, I don't. And, true. And, so yeah, I just take it from everywhere I can. If I like someone, I'll, look at their acting style and try to incorporate it as part of my own style. And,
Yeah, bada bing, bada boom.
But there we go.
Good way
Wow.
to do it.
That was smart. Tay.
Okay, before I got into voice acting, I never really had anyone I looked up to, but I'm just gonna go with the obvious, and it's Tara Strong for me. I absolutely adore her, and I got to meet her at Everfree, and it was one of the happiest moments of my life. And I also really like Tom Kenny.
Oh, I love Tom Kenny.
Tom
He's
Kenny.
amazing.
He is hilarious, and so him and Tara, I gotta say.
Those are two very good choices, in my opinion.
Right? Okay, anyone want to say otherwise? Did any of you, just not cry when you met Tara?
I haven't met Tara yet.
I don't think I cried.
I didn't cry.
I don't think I cried, but I was so starstruck I forgot to ask her for a picture the first time, and so I had to go wait in line again just to get a picture with her. And
So, yeah.
That reminds me of how I was when I... That reminds me of when I was like when I met Nicole Oliver. I was like, hi.
Oh, yeah, that's like a
I did an impression of Celestia.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
When I met Andrea Lemon, I was trying so hard to not be that one girl that's like, I do a Fluttershy impression. Hi.
And that one again when I met Grey Delisle, I just was like, hi, can I be your best friend? And that was pretty much all that happened.
Knowing her, she'd say yes too.
Yeah, I mean, followed me on Twitter after that, so basically I exploded.
Gray is amazing. Amy, do you have a voice actor?
Yes, I do.
This is gonna sound really weird, but I actually have always idolized D. Bradley Baker.
D. Baker,
Oh
I
my
love
gosh,
him.
that guy is
Yes.
When I was a little kid and I first saw Pirates of Dark Water, and there's this guy going like, oh, like making these crazy like bird noises, and ever since he's just done every
No, he was like
animal.
born to be a voice actor. Like he's Perry the Platypus. My little sister's obsessed with that
I love
show.
him.
And all he does is make noises.
Avatar.
And like I spent most of my childhood just by myself, either drawing or making voices, and like I always do it. I was always doing animal sounds and everything. And then here's a guy who got famous doing it, and I just fell in love. And like every cartoon I see, I look for his name because he's always going to be on it somewhere. And like
Any
he
animal
played-
with weird noise.
exactly, like he played Momo in Avatar. He was the little baby firewolf in Adventure Time, and it's just. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like, the guy's awesome, and, like, that's who I want to be. Like, I want to just be, like, the chick who does animal sounds.
He's so much
What
fun.
a great nickname. The chick who does animal sounds.
So funny. Do you guys have any advice for aspiring voice actors?
I mean, there's the typical, it's not just about making funny voices, it's about acting. And that really is the case. You need to a voice actor needs to stay within their range and not try and stretch themselves to the point where it doesn't even sound like them and they can't control the voice that they're speaking in. Because then it just gets all kinds of messy. But the other thing is, especially if you're trying to try out for different fan projects and things like that, you really need a good microphone. And I know it should be more about the voice and less about the microphone, but the microphone, if you don't have a good microphone, usually it doesn't even matter how good of an impression of Pinkie Pie that you can do, or how well you can make yourself sound like you're crying. People won't be able to use you because your microphone will sound that bad. So I made sure to get a good microphone as soon as I possibly could, just so I would be able to give out quality recordings to people.
That's actually the first piece of advice that I've never heard from anyone, but that's very good advice. I completely
That's
see
the
where you're
reason
coming
that I
from.
wasn't getting parts in high school. I didn't realize that I had a Logitech headset, $20, and me and my little teenage self was like, this will be amazing! I'm gonna get parts, and everyone will love me. And no, not at all. There was so much static. It was terrible.
I started off with a headset too, and listening back, I was just like, oh my gosh, I sounded so awful.
Started out with
Just
like
snowball.
a microphone on my laptop.
Same. Oh, it was so bad.
It was bad. And my acting was terrible too.
Yeah, like what Meredith said, it is about acting. It's not just reading words off the script. It's bringing these animated characters to life, and you gotta step into the character and actually be them, and you can't just read stuff. I've heard people, like friends of mine, come up to me and be like, come on, it's just reading, you can do it. And I'm like, no, it's not, it's so much more than that.
It's really not.
Yeah.
All in all, I would say just have fun, you know?
I like that one. Just have fun. 'Cause I mean,
Well,
if you're not
it's
having
true.
fun, why do it?
If you aren't
Well, no, I
having
know.
fun, honestly, voice acting may not be right for you.
like a lot of people will tell you like, oh, why would you want to be a voice actor? It's so competitive. That seems like such a dumb thing to have as a career. No, if you want to do it, just do it. Like go and have fun, practice your craft. Like stand in front of the mirror and practice voices. You're gonna feel like a complete idiot, but just do it, man.
That's
and don't
the fun
care
of
about
it.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to look like a complete
Yeah.
idiot?
It's fun to make yourself look stupid in front of yourself.
Yeah. You just gotta learn to laugh at
People,
yourself.
that's the problem.
Like,
yeah,
you should hear some of our mess up lines, like our bloopers.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Oh,
They're so much fun, though.
I do a crying one, and like I ended up like squeaking in the middle of my crying, and then I just burst out laughing at myself.
You know what is really helpful for voice acting, at least for me, is to talk to yourself all the time when you're
All the
alone.
time.
I will literally be driving and have a full-on conversation with myself, just testing out different voices. So
Oh,
that's
yeah,
my
too.
tip to you.
Yeah.
That's what Spencer does too, and he says it's really good.
You will look like a freak, but it's okay.
Don't be
I
afraid
talk
to
to my
talk to
cat to
yourself.
see what she does.
Okay,
That's what I've told
hanging out with,
myself
like-
my entire life, so.
I think every sane person talks to themselves.
I am my own best friend.
I am not saying that when I talk to myself. What's that mean?
Oh, I don't know. You've baffled my mind. You must be some kind of genie then. Magician,
nothing.
I don't know. I'm good at leaving people speechless with my awkwardness. It's like a talent.
So, like, it really is, isn't it?
I mean, it's better in person because then I can use weird faces, but awkward voices work too.
Yeah. Oh, I've done it with myself. It's really awkward.
Okay, so I have a final question for everyone. This will be for everyone, and then we'll end the show with this because we are the worst at goodbyes. I was going to say the best and try and be sarcastic, but I'm just going to skip past that. If you could voice a background pony from the show, not necessarily your favorite, but what you think you could bring to the pony, which background pony do you think you would choose? Like like if your favorite's Derpy, but you have more of a Luna voice, like which voice do you think you could bring life to the character with?
Well, I'm gonna try and pick one for me that hasn't had a voice yet, so I'll leave Derpy out of it because that's a complex issue. I do a lot of Octavia, but the one background pony that I haven't gotten a chance to voice that doesn't really have a voice at all, I really want to start doing Raindrops dubs. I don't know if people know which one Raindrops is. It's the yellow and blue background pony that's with Derpy a lot and has little raindrops as her
Yeah,
key
she's
mark.
adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been practicing her voice and it kind of sounds like this.
kind of raspy, but and I can't do it very well right now. But I wanna try and do dubs with her because I think she's really cute.
We need to get animators on this. Come on, guys.
I wish if I could pick any pony in the entire show, I wish I could voice. It would probably be Pinkie Pie, just because she's awesome. Background pony. Well, I was cast as Berry Punch on a couple things. I did her a while ago, back when I kind of first started voice acting and stuff, and she's so hilarious to record. So yeah, I'll go with her.
Good answer. I like her.
Me too.
She's always hanging out places.
I really like Derpy, and I've been cast as her like a couple times, but none of the things I've been in as Derpy have ever been released yet. But overall, I'd really, really like to voice Octavia. I'm not quite sure that my voice would fit for her, but I don't know. Maybe I could get it to be that way with practice.
I mean, she doesn't necessarily have a voice, so you could put any spin to it you want.
Yeah.
Make it
But I'm
your
just thinking
own.
like personality to voice. I'm not sure if I'd be able to do her. Maybe. Maybe I could.
Well, I'm just gonna put this out there. We're all voicing original characters soon, so
Yeah.
Oh yes.
that
Oh,
counts.
that is very cool.
I don't know if you guys that's Snowdrop, Silly Philly's new thing, but we're all voicing.
Yeah, I saw that. That
Um,
looks so cool. It's,
Yeah, we're all in
preview
that.
for it, it's pretty.
It'd
mhm.
be awesome.
We're all in
I'm voicing my
that.
own
We're
FC.
Actually, I love the OC character drawings that are on the promo there. Like, I love how you made all of us look.
Awesome. That's thanks to our animator Jade. Jade came up with Snowdrop's design and the design for most of the other ponies that will be in that short. So,
when will that be coming out?
Soon. It was supposed to be coming out sooner, but school has been a nightmare for all of us. So hopefully in the next few months.
I think soon is a good answer. It's a nice estimate. Soon.
Soon.
That's usually my answer for everything. Soon.
Yeah. The voice work is done. I'm in charge of the voice stuff, the audio stuff, so I'm putting that together. And some of the I think I heard half of the backgrounds are done, and mostly all of the puppets are done. So we just have to put it all together.
Ooh, this is exciting. I know, like, I saw the preview a few months ago, and I'm like, oh man, this looks so good.
You have no idea. It's gonna be amazing.
I'm really excited. I'm so excited.
We are all extremely excited to get it released.
Yes. It's going to warm your heart.
I'm even excited now.
These people are way too complimentary about the script because
don't even.
We are perfectly fine with our compliments because you deserve them.
Oh, whatever.
Yep.
Oh, whatever.
Don't you whatever us, girl.
No, I'm really excited. I'm so excited to see it come out. So
There will be so many feels.
Yeah.
So many feels.
happy feels. Happy feels.
I don't even know when that saying caught on, but it's very catchy.
Alright, so I think that's all of our questions. So, we're gonna have our awkward ending with you guys.
So do you guys want to say individually goodbye in a certain voice? You want to say goodbye individually? Any voice you want?
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Or is that putting you on the spot? Because I hate doing that. I'm sorry.
I do it. It'll be fine. I think.
Okay, well then, you guys can pick the order you start in, and then once you're done, I will end this.
Do the picture again? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll ask people in the chat box, would you rather Fluttershy or Octavia? Because I can do either.
Fluttershy. Caddylots.
I'm getting a whole bunch of Octavias. Octavia.
Let's do characters that we don't normally play.
Alright.
I'm doing Twilight. Sorry.
I'll do Octavia because most people are asking for that. So.
Alright.
Okay, let's do it.
Thank you all for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.
That was awesome. That was great.
Oh gosh, who should I do?
Chattybox? Chattybox to the rescue?
Do Berry Punch.
Do Berry Punch? Well,
I haven't heard
oh
that.
god. Okay, what would she be saying?
I don't care. Just
Good night, everybody.
That was good.
Yeah, that was uncommonly adorable.
I mean, your turn.
It's my turn. I don't know.
And we
Should
do
I
Luna.
do Luna?
Yeah, do Luna.
Do Luna?
Yes. Luna.
Moonstuck Luna?
Yes.
Alright.
Bye, everyone.
Aww. That is cute.
So
Someone do Batman.
Did someone say do Batman?
Good night. Bye, guys.
Oh my gosh. You don't know, but I am freaking out. I love Batman. More than you know.
Oh.
No, oh my god.
No, that's a little rated R.
This is a TV show.
Oh, goodness me.
pony.
Jay!
Jen, do Granny Smith.
Do Granny Smith, yeah!
I haven't
Or
done Granny
Spike.
in a long time.
Do Fluttershy doing an impression of Batman, says somebody in the chat box.
I don't know how I would do that.
I am the knight. That'd be funny.
Yeah, someone needs to pull that together.
Okay.
Jen, do Granny Smith.
Okay. Do it.
Yeah.
Well, see you later, every pony. Have a good night.
She should have been in bed 5 hours ago.
Probably. Okay, so I think we lost Amy, but does someone want to say goodbye for her?
No, can you guys hear me? I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the chat thing and it shows that you're gone.
Weird. You can hear me though, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
What voice should I do?
What voice should I do? I only really do Twilight.
Tammy's the...
Oh, yeah, Tay.
Oh, yeah.
I really only do Twilight, so I think I should just stick with that one.
Alright.
Oh, I suck at impromptu.
Do Twilight the Unicorn.
There's also a pass.
You
Don't
Twilight,
worry.
Unicorn Twilight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Oh,
Hey, do Twilight Licious. Twilight Licious.
Delicious, really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
People got totally lost.
The T to the W-I-L-I-G-H-T, and ain't no other pony troll it down like me. I'm Twilight Licious. Good night, every pony.
Yay!
Very nice.
Amy's turn.
Who's up, Amy?
Who should I do?
We got Diamond Jack. Oh, no, do Chrysalis.
No, do Chrysalis.
Chrysalis.
Chrysalis, Nightmare Moon. I can wait. Should I do Diamond Tiara? What do you guys think?
Diamond Tiara.
I still go
Only
Chrysalis.
because my little sister calls Diamond Tiara Diamond Chihuahua.
Okay, you guys, it's going to be amazing.
There. Is that a good Diamond Chihuahua?
Goodbye, every pony. As if.
Okay, so I'm going to end the podcast really quick because this is going to be me derping around
Alright,
because...
Sandra and I, we're gonna do our little official goodbye.
Okay, so thank you guys for being here so much. You guys are so awesome. I mean,
Thanks.
having so many people is hectic but amazing. You guys are awesome, epic.
You guys are amazing.
You guys are
Thanks for
awesome.
having
You
us.
guys are awesome.
Yeah,
This is fun.
Aw, everyone in the chatty box loves you guys.
Aww,
You love everyone of you.
I like to.
Okay, so
Hey,
that
so
was their
bye,
last goodbye.
goodbye.
I'm going
Bye,
to cut them
everyone.
out awkwardly now. And I have to call Emily back so we can say goodbye to you guys. And I can't see the chat box, so
Hey there.
are you back in? Okay,
Yeah, I'm in it.
so we gotta say bye to the chatty box,
Oh, we're
and I
still
can't
on.
see them.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
guys, so
We can't
thank
just
you
not say
guys.
goodbye.
Before we end our stream, I just want to kind of plug on something. So, me and Sandra, we just, we kind of joined this little project. It's called Kiki's Cancer Fund album, and we're going to be singing in it, so we definitely want you guys to, you know, buy the album. That'd be pretty awesome. We're going to be singing a duet.
I'm sorry you have to hear me sing. That's all I have to say.
Oh, don't worry.
But you
we
guys,
got a writer.
I feel so bad that I can't see you right now, and I feel so bad we had so many technical what do we call it, derpiculties, but I hope you guys had fun in the show, even though we had a lot of issues, because we had fun talking to you guys, and I actually felt like the pain when I couldn't get back to the chatty box. It's not a good feeling.
It's really not.
So,
It's sad. But yeah, we really appreciate you guys, you know, bearing through it. We've got everything. I'm gonna work on live stream, see why it's still streaming black, which we'll get it fixed.
yeah, you guys are truly awesome. So this is us saying goodbye, and we'll see you next Sunday.
Yes, next Sunday we're gonna have Ami and Mimi.
Ooh, I'm excited. I didn't know that. Why do I find out afterwards, like during the stream? Okay, bye guys. We love you.
Love you guys. Bye.
Okay, well, everyone, welcome to Post My Video, a show hosted by me and my co-host JHaller.
Hey, what's up?
This week we have our special guests from Silly Philly Studios. We have Zedrin and Meredith.
Hello! Hey, so, just to give you a little bit of background about what you both do for the group of Silly Philly Studios. Meredith, you are a voice actress and director and writer now. Is that all correct?
Yes, I normally just voice act for Fluttershy, but yes, for Snowdrop I was the writer and I helped co-direct it with Zed.
Yes, and then Zed over here, Zedrin, you are one of the lead animators for the group, correct?
Yep.
Yep. So basically how we go about this is we just go around and we want to start from the very beginning of how you guys started this whole group and kind of get access to information about how this whole crazy thing started. So, because obviously Silly Philly is not just one person producing videos. I mean, you're a group of people collaborating on these videos. So how did the whole idea of this group come together? And, basically, did you know a bunch of the members beforehand, or was it because of this show that you all got together and met up and got this idea to make such an animation group?
We actually have kind of a complicated origin story.
Oh. So do you want to do it?
Yeah. Initially, we all got together. A good chunk of us actually initially got together because we were one of the, back when the group was actually called Project Saturation, if anybody remembers that. The goal was initially to make one of the first fan-made movies, which, admittedly, it's a pretty unfeasible goal, but at the same time, part of the reason why I got involved with it was just because I knew I was going to meet people who basically would be able to stick together and still make content even if we weren't able to make a full movie. When push came to shove, however, some drama wound up taking place in Project Saturation, which resulted in the group kind of splitting up and exploding. And a good majority of us actually wound up grouping up together and actually formed a new animation group where we started making animated shorts instead, which are a lot more manageable and a lot more feasible. But actually on the note of Rob Bub, I saw a comment in the chat. A while back, there actually was a interview that was conducted with him and somebody else, I think, from EFN, where there was like a brief interview on Saturation, but that was almost a year ago.
Oh my gosh, has it really been that long?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say your first animation through Silly Philly, at the very least, was, I believe, in June of 2012, so it's been at least half a year since then. So when you were splintering off into these groups, so Zedrin, who was specifically with you when you were starting out here?
Well, when it came, Saturation was initially, it was originally founded in like around December, and then we got VAs and the artists in the group around February. And most of the VAs are still present. In fact, I think actually all of them might be that we initially had.
All of us are, yeah.
Yeah. Most of the artists and such are still present. Beyond that, I think a lot of the original members are still here. Okay. It's just that we kind of had a change in administration. That makes sense.
Yeah, bureaucracy. Exactly.
Yeah, we're like one thing that's characteristic of the group is that even though I personally do a lot of the management, we don't really have any permanent leader. It's all kind of de facto leadership.
Okay. So just basically you feed off each other, but it's best just to feed off each other's creativity and just not look to one person. Everyone helps each other out in a way.
Yeah.
Okay. So a good group motto, I should say motto. I can't speak today. But, so let's start back with the very first animation you guys did on this channel, which was called Luna's Cutie Mark, which is a very short, about a minute and 45-second animation that you guys did regarding an origin story for Luna and how she got her cutie mark. And you based it off of an egophiliac comic. So, did you go through several ideas before coming about that this was the first project you wanted to debut on this channel, or was this the one idea you were like, this needs to be the first idea when you came up with it?
When it came to I was actually still working on this project as like a little side thing when we were working on Saturation, because the idea was that we were going to make a series of smaller things in addition to working on the movie at the same time. Then, of course, Saturation exploded. We were still working on this while the splintering happened, and so we decided to actually instead publish this as a very first animation. But I really like Eophiliac. I can't consider myself her friend, though I don't get to talk to her that much, but I really like a lot of her comics, just the fact that they're short, they have a good build-up and a good punchline, and they're really easy to execute, so they make for perfect scripts for animation.
Are you a fan of Slice of Life by any chance?
Bigly.
Oh, yes.
I love Slice of Life.
So, no, that's one of my favorite Tumblrs that is currently out. So
Same.
Good stuff. But, so we're going to just quickly show Luna's Cutie Mark for you guys. I mean, if you have the link up, just pull it up for yourselves. And we always start at the beginning. We do a little bit of a 3, 2, 1, go type of format we got going here. So basically to try to sync everyone up and make sure we're all watching the same thing at the same time. So once you pull it up, we're gonna watch the your nice little intro. The cute. I don't know. Is that an OC character at the very beginning there?
Yeah. Our friend Swivel, who's actually on our team, he's actually one of the artists on Pony Card.
Okay.
But he's the one who came up with the design for her, and we've dubbed her Bubblegum.
Nice.
It's our little mascot.
All right. So we're gonna watch this and go. We'll all play. So 3, 2, 1, play.
Are you sure you're ready?
Of course I'm ready.
I could get it started for you.
No! You said I could do it by myself.
Okay.
But you could stand next to me. Just in case.
Just in case.
Did it work? Is it there?
The moon or your cutie mark?
The moon, duh. I don't have... I did it! I raised the moon and got my cutie mark.
Oh, did you? I wasn't looking.
Tia!
Just kidding.
Do I have to do the stars too?
Most nights, yes.
All of them?
Tell you what, I'll do the stars tonight if you help me with the sunrise in the morning.
Okay.
No stars tonight?
I guess I'm a little out of practice.
Tell you what, I'll do the stars tonight if you help me with the sunrise in the morning.
Okay.
It technically was the first major thing that I actually produced.
Okay.
Or animated.
So basically, before that, you were doing little bits and pieces, but this was the first time you produced something that, say, you can consider a full-length little short cartoon.
Were the two of you working at this time, like when you had first produced this, or had you two not been acquainted yet?
Meredith was still on the team. It's just that she wasn't really involved with this project specifically.
Mm-hmm.
No Fluttershy.
Yeah, she voices Fluttershy, so we had Hannah Trusty and Jenra McGregor both voicing for Luna and Celestia in that. They're both our permanent liaisons for those characters as well.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
So, yeah, then the next animation that you guys produced, and rather, you had a completely different crew working on this, because the next one in the timeline is a parody of Charlie the Unicorn. It's called Twilight the Unicorn. Made by a fellow named Envelope Brony, and voiced by a different voice cast, including Meredith here, and for Fluttershy, different voice actors for Twilight and for Pinky and Discord as well.
Twilight.
So, don't
Okay.
start. Don't you start off now. But you know, I'm assuming these are already people that were already on the crew beforehand, or there were these new people you picked up because again, Envelope Brony kind of again just says this is a fairly new animator as well, or at least he's new within the fandom. So was he also with Sanctuary before?
He was a part of Saturation before.
I'm sorry, I apologize. I called it the wrong.
It's all good.
Saturation, Sanctuary. God. Okay. No, he was also part of it. And so basically, is it a thing where you guys are just creating animations independent of each other and just release it whenever you can, but you're kind of just working on whatever you can independently and all that?
Well, oh, sorry. Do you want to say?
Well, if you want to say something.
I was just gonna say. Usually our process right now is we have a big idea list, and everybody comes up with ideas, writes scripts. Everybody's allowed to write scripts. We don't have set writers. And if the animators see one that they like, then usually it will go into pre-production, and we will focus on it a little more. And it gets to the point where we have 3 or 4 animations in order of when we want to do them. So we actually have a few animations already in the works now, even though we just finished. But really, everybody's glad to work on them.
Right. So you're feeling the burnout, but you never rest. You got to work on the new content. That's Well, that's good.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. So this next one, this Twilight the Unicorn, we're just going to go through this the same way we just did with Luna's Cutie Mark. And just going on 3, 2, 1, go format. Hopefully Firefox won't crash this time.
Hey man, I can't guarantee anything.
Use Chrome. There you go.
Dang it. Okay.
All right, so pull up. If you want to pull that up, I'll put it in there for the viewers as well, for you folks, so they can follow along with us. And we'll go with 3, 2, 1, play.
Hey, Twilight! Hey, Twilight! Wake up! Yeah, Twilight, you silly sleepyhead, wake up!
Oh, Celestia, you guys. This had better be pretty freaking important. Is Town Hall on fire?
No, Twilight. We found a map to Sugarcube Corner. Sugarcube Corner, Twilight. Yeah, Twilight, we're going to Sugarcube Corner. Come with us, Twilight. Yeah, Twilight. It'll be an adventure. We're going on an adventure, Twilight.
Yeah, Sugarcube Corner, right. I'm just gonna, go back to, studying now.
No, Twilight. You have to come with us to Sugarcube Corner. Yeah, Twilight, Sugarcube Corner. It's a land of sweets and joy and joyness.
Please stop bouncing on me.
Sugarcube Corner, Twilight. Yeah, Sugarcube Corner.
All right, fine. I'll go with you to Sugarcube Corner.
La 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 la.
Enough with the singing already.
Our first stop is over there, Twilight.
Oh God, what is that?
It's a crackle dime, Twilight. A magical crackle dime. It's gonna guide our way to Sugarcube Corner.
All right, guys, you do know there's a much faster route to Sugarcube Corner, right? We passed it 6 hours ago.
Shun the non-believer. Shun.
Yeah.
It has spoken. It has told us the way.
It didn't say anything.
It's just over this bridge, Twilight. This magical bridge of hope and wonder.
Is anyone else getting, covered in splinters? Seriously, girls, we should not be on this thing.
Twilight, Twilight, Twilight.
I'm right here. What do you want?
We're on a bridge, Twilight. We're here.
Well, what do you know? You actually can get to Sugarcube Corner this way.
Sugarcube Corner. Sugarcube Corner. Fill me with sweet, sugary goodness. Hey, go inside and check out our new basement, Twilight. Yeah, Twilight. Go look at the basement. Magical cupcakes that'll behold when you enter.
Yeah, thanks, but no thanks. I'm gonna stay out here.
But you have to go see our new basement, Twilight.
Oh, when I'm down and looking for some cheering up, then just head right on down to the Sugar Cube basement. When you get inside, you'll find yourself a cheery land, such a happy and joyful and perky party land. They've got lollipops and lemon drops and sugar cane, and so many cakes that will brighten every day. It's impossible to wear a frown in Cupcake Town. It's the mecca of love and wonderland. They've got fairy floss and zappos, little hats, flying pies, stuck with rain. It's a wonderland of sweets, where the cupcake train to town and hear the cider band, flim and flam. It's a treat as they march across the land. Cherry trumpets stream across the sky and to the ground. Turn around, it astounds, it's a candy apple tree. In the sugar vault, imagination runs so free. So now, Twilight, please will you go in the basement?
All right, fine, I'll go look at your new basement. Those cupcakes better be good.
Goodbye, Twilight. Yeah, goodbye, Twilight.
Goodbye? What? Hey, what's going on here? Hello? Who is that?
Yeah.
Celestia, what happened? Oh, they took my freaking cutie mark.
You know what's really funny? When I was writing the adaptation for this, I was not thinking of cupcakes at all, and then all of a sudden we get so many comments about how I, took cupcakes ideas.
People take that, they have that context already, so they are, it's a little bit of reaching for that. But what I like so much about that particular animation is it just doesn't take itself too seriously. I know it lends a lot from the original animation, but that's part of what I just sort of like about it. There's no need for the really smooth integrated animation for some parts where they're just flying around through the air randomly. That kind of style. It's sometimes it's good to see that, in a way. I'm personally a fan.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that you went for a similar style to how the original goes, and instead of also
wanted to keep it as close to the original as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm also glad that you can just use the dialogue from the actual like short, and you made it your own. So in that regard.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just glad you used Crackledon. It's great. That's all I needed. Satisfied.
Crackledon for president.
All right. So, moving on to the next bit. Now, I assume that one of you has to be a League of Legends fan. Just based. Yeah, you don't say, because. Go on.
Okay, just like a little story. I'm also an artist, but when Diana first came out, I spent 14 hours in one night, like. When her splash art was revealed, I spent 14 hours that night to make a bona fide version of it where Nightmare Moon is holding her sickle and stuff. And it's like 14 hours just in one night.
He's obsessed.
No, I can tell. I was going to say because that song came out, I believe, in August, and the animation came out 2 months later in October. So you had to have been working pretty nonstop on that to get that out in that short of a time span, and then of that quality as well. So basically, for those who don't know what we're talking about, this is a new video, the next video in their timeline, Daylight's End, which basically is just, it's Luna singing the song and kind of going this transformation into Nightmare Moon at the end.
Singing the song of her people.
Well,
okay.
I wouldn't count this technically as a ponification because there were elements of Diana. I do know that on Riot's team they actually do have a few people who are a fan of the show, and so they do kind of work in a few Easter eggs here and there when they can. So I am inclined to believe that part of Diana actually was inspired by Luna and stuff, and they knew that she was going to be popular for that reason.
It's always a possibility, for sure. Yeah, you know, there's so many little references in pop culture you see, and sometimes you're not sure if it is fans of the show just sprinkling things in there or not. So that's actually interesting to know that they're really fans on the League of Legends team. That's good. So we're going to show this next one up, Daylight's End, and it's really kind of just a somber and really melodic, however you say it, video for us. So I'm going to give you guys the link over in the chat, and let's cue it up.
Count us down, Johnny.
Johnny, I'll count you down. 3, 2, 1, play.
Ask not the sun why she says, why she shrouds her light away, or why she hides her glowing gaze when night turns crimson gold to gray. For silent falls the guilty sun, as day to dark does turn. One simple truth she dare not speak, her light can only blind and burn. No mercy for the guilty, bring down their lying sun. Blood so silver black by night, upon their faces pale white. Cruel moon, bring the end. The dawn will never rise again.
That little vector at the end, there's a little error I noticed that came up like I noticed it like a week after I published the animation. The back leg is too far down, and it just bugs the heck out of me every time I see it.
As is usual with a lot of people's animations and videos, you'll notice the mistakes after you're done because you've had this tunnel vision for so long on getting it done, and finally when you're able to take a step back and you see these little things here or there that usually no one else even really notices except for you.
Man, that's the curse of any creator. You always see the flaws in your own work, and it's like, do I take it down to fix it and then lose all of the comments, likes, and things?
Not even a question, really. You can't. Once it's up, man. You can't. Can't change that in a lot of the cases. So that was the first three things that started you off, right there. And then you decided, let's go make a big project.
Let's get really ambitious.
Yeah.
We actually had started working on Snowdrop immediately after Twilight the Unicorn was published.
Okay.
We actually had been planning it out since about August.
So it's about 6 months in the making. About that.
Yeah.
And so you were the one who wrote it, Meredith. So I assume you were one of the first people to have come up with the idea. How long had you been holding that idea onto that idea? And when you said you were starting development in September. Did you write it before then, or did writing start as soon as around that time in September?
I believe I wrote it in late June. I want to say late June. And I actually wrote the first draft in about an hour, and I didn't know if it was any good or not. I stuck it in the team's Dropbox and went to bed, and I was still on Australian time because I was studying abroad. So the whole team was up, and I was going to bed. And I wake up the next morning, and they tell me that it's good, so I kept working on it.
Yep.
And then we kind of sat on it for about
I'm just going to play it in the background as we speak.
Then when Twilight the Unicorn was done, we had to figure out what we were doing next. And we decided to do mine, which was really terrifying.
Because now you have all these people who are thinking that they have high expectations, and you want to make sure that what you made is going to be entertaining. That's understandable.
Exactly.
So,
and I knew the idea would be a very sensitive idea in the first place. I mean, any story about a person with a disability is going to be a very delicate procedure in terms of scripting.
And what was the particular reason you chose to give Snowdrop you make her blind?
Honestly, when I came up with the idea, I don't even remember the order of how the elements came into my head. But I remembered that I wanted to do something that would show people not to underestimate themselves. So I came up with this idea for this little blue pony who didn't think she was good enough, and then she finds out that she's good enough. And I think from there, it just kind of all fell into place. I wanted to do some kind of nature myth. I really like writing nature myths, and Cloudsdale's my favorite place, so that made her a Pegasus. And I was like, oh, well, I'm in Australia, and it's becoming winter here in June, so I guess that's kind of snow. And from there, it kind of put everything into place. Now, when she was blind, when I figured out that she was going to be blind, I knew how careful we would have to be with that, because there's a balance between her not seeming like she's blind at all and her seeming totally helpless, which is not what I wanted to portray at all.
Right.
I wanted to show that even if you have a disability as striking as blindness, you can do things for yourself, and people who are blind do things for themselves every day. They know how to get around. If they're in familiar places, they know where everything is. So I didn't want her to be led everywhere, but at the same time, I wanted there to be enough detail to show that she had to work for what she was doing.
So I think what we're going to do right now is we have this small clip we took out of Snowdrop just to show the audience, to give them an example. And this is the part where she kind of realizes, a little bit of what she can do she has a project for school, and she really has no idea what she's going to do, because unfortunately no one wants to work with her because of her disability. But she figures out, she has this little revelation about what she can do. And so we're going to show that right here. Let me grab the link for y'all, as usual.
It's really good at pulling all the heartstrings.
One other thing I also want to comment on the blindness.
Sure.
Also, part of the reason why it was also included is the fact that she can't see anything means that she doesn't have any disposition to night or day as well. So it means that she's... So, like, one thing that was really important was kind of like how she wound up being able to relate to Luna, for instance. And the reason she was able to do that was because she can't really tell the difference between night or day. They're both the same thing to her.
Because near the end, Luna does comment that they were good friends, and that was important to Luna, obviously, because not all the ponies are up at night, obviously. So no, it's a good point. So let's start this up. I believe you guys have it in the links as well. If you're all queued up to go, I'll make sure the chat needs it. There you go. And we'll start it off as usual. So. 3, 2. By the way, this is going to give you all the dolls and all the feels, and if you cry, it's not a big deal.
She has good taste in music, though. Tenacious D.
She is impeccable.
Wait.
He loves me.
Oh God! That's.
Whoever made that, I want to give them a hug.
That came out of left field, didn't it? Yeah. So. Okay. 3, 2, 1, play.
Twinkles. What good are twinkles? You can't wish on twinkles. I don't know if one of you was out there tonight in all the snow. I don't think you are. But please, if you are, I wish, I hope, I dream, I pray. By the princess's rule, light my way. Please, I just want to show I can do something for once. Everyone else says I can't do anything, but I just... that wasn't snow. Snow is...
You listen better than any pony I know.
Tell me more about the stars.
Well, there are all sorts of stars, all different shapes and sizes. But they all have little points at their edges. When they sparkle, their shapes shift. They leave little glowing spaces, only for a moment. And the few that streak across the sky and fall down to the earth, the shooting stars, those are the ones you make your strongest wishes on, because they can carry them through.
I think one of the reasons I really liked the whole story of Snowdrop was because of how well it could fit in a side story. It actually worked as like a prior history to where the main six are now. I think you fit in the story well. It seemed to actually be plausible, and it's just it's a good backstory.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that was very important to me to not mess with the canon at all. Which is hard when you have an OC as your main character.
True.
But she wasn't a Mary Sue, thankfully. And then you know.
I did my best.
She controls all of winter. I don't know, man. She's pretty Mary Sue. Just kidding. She's too adorable.
Yeah, no, it's just like it's really, really, really hard to keep your composure at some points. So. Good job on the writing and good job with the voice acting. You guys did a really excellent job with that whole process.
One thing that was also really good, I just want to give a little shout out. The music, in my opinion, the music was one of the strongest aspects of it as well.
Yeah.
Because we had, as I said before, we had Rev working on the music as well as Ponyvization, and they just did like a really, really good job on it.
No, I have to agree definitely with that. It sets the tone for what we hear, and it's just excellent job all around, pretty much. So, on your end, Zedrin, I just wanted to ask, with this huge project, what were some of the biggest challenges you guys faced in the animation process for this whole thing?
The biggest challenge in the animation process was definitely the fact that collaborative works are insanely hard to pull off.
Mm-hmm.
When you have multiple animators, you have to worry about multiple styles, file formats, even stuff as mundane as like Flash versions can create a lot of problems. But like the way we divided this up, we didn't divide it up shot by shot. We divided it up and said scene by scene, and gave each animator a different scene to work on. And as a result, for instance, when we got scene 4, a good chunk of it was well animated, but a good chunk of it actually needed to be redone. And because of the way it was organized, it was insanely hard to reanimate and stuff and redo those parts. So we actually had to completely rebuild a few of the shots in that scene, which was very, very hard and very time consuming.
I can imagine, definitely. Oh man, I'm thinking back to my own projects now, and I gotta redo a few things myself. But anyway, so I mean, but definitely a huge challenge, and from what I can tell, a really huge reward, because from what I've seen, this animation has been getting a massive positive response. And how fulfilling is it to see this thing finally done, and seeing this response for you guys?
Extremely. I couldn't believe the reception that we got. Actually, I was afraid since she was an OC, she would kind of get automatic hate. So to see people like it made me really happy and relieved that it was finished.
Awesome.
There's been a good deal of critique on that, on the animation itself. I do kind of wish that there was more critique on like the actual animation, because a lot of people, they seem to either be focused on either defending or saying they just didn't like the writing, but they're not. A lot of the critique we've gotten has been really non-technical. Like it's been more like opinion-based than it has been like technical-based.
Sure.
Or they've just been stating stuff that a lot of people have already stated already, or stuff that we already know. But one other thing.
Go on.
Oh yeah, one other thing that was also really hard for like animation fixes. Like there are a few animation errors in this, but when it comes to After Effects, rendering this out in After Effects, it takes like 3 to 5 seconds per frame to render, and a single shot can have up to 200 frames. So that's how much time it would take to fix a single shot.
And so it's a ton of time, a ton of work, and you're limited by the technology in that case to fix any mistakes. So basically, it's understandable if not everything can just come out exactly perfect down to everything, but all the same, looks great on your end. And I know what you mean with talking about the constructive criticism. You'd like to have more of it. How do I improve and how do I get better at what I do? And what tips can I garner? And those are sometimes hard to find through public comments, but usually there's at least 1 or 2 things you can take away when you look and see what people are saying. So hopefully you guys were able to definitely take away from this and use that to improve for future projects.
Oh, yeah.
So I had a question that was more or less directed towards either of you. If you were approached by other animators or people doing their own projects, such as Devil Rain Boom or anyone else, for sort of getting help, or if they approached you because they were interested in having you on their projects, and if you had any experience with that.
I've personally never been. I've never been approached by another animator personally. Most of the animators who I talk to, I already am good friends with. Like I'm really good friends with Galaxy Art, for instance, and we're actually one of the animations he's working on is actually going to tie into one of the animations we work on in the future. So kind of like a spiritual successor.
Sure.
But nobody has ever asked me to actually join on with them as a project. But there are a huge number of people, to the point of it being irritating, who think that, who really want to try and pitch us like scripted ideas, or think that like they'll come forward to me asking if I want to work on their movie project about their OC Blood Bolt, for instance.
Yeah,
like that. And it's like
we've already gotten 50 messages from you, Blood Bolt. I think we've got the idea. We're not going to be able to animate it for sure.
and as a voice actress, I mean, I work on all sorts of different projects. Like, I actually do a voice in Double Rainbow. And I did a voice for Main 6, and I'm on Journey of the Spark. So, I mean, I'm like all over the place with that. But as far as writing goes, I've really only ever written anything for Silly Philly.
And you've continued writing since this, I would assume?
Yeah, I'm a creative writing major, but
Okay.
I haven't written any new scripts for Silly Philly lately. Simply because I have to get a novel finished before I graduate in a month. So that comes first.
Oh, that's it? Just a novel?
Yeah, just a novel.
Oh, okay. No big deal.
Novel.
Right. Oh, okay.
No, my goal is 30,000 words by the end of the weekend. But probably after school's done, I'll write some more scripts.
All right. And so basically, winding down here, so we just want to ask, what other projects are planned down the road for you guys? Is there anything that you can talk about or reveal here, or do you want to keep everything under wraps right now?
Can we tell them the next project?
Well, the next project we have, and it's kind of ironic that we're releasing it immediately after doing an OC story, but just to give you an idea what the name is, that should be enough information. It's going to be called Donut Steel.
Oh.
It's going to be a parody.
So is it
It's a parody. It'll be a...
Oh.
It'll be funny. It'll be like a movie trick. It'll be like an over the
top Duke Nukem movie trailer.
All hail to the Duke.
Oh, never.
Actually, just because it's going on in the background, just like a little aside, somebody commented on that shot being laggy. That's a really good example of where I was kind of tied up, because I actually needed a longer shot for that shot there that just lagged, but I couldn't render out a longer one because it simply just would take way too long for me to render down and slip it in there.
So did
I
you
just
do
wound up
like a
stretching
time
that
stretch?
one out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wound up doing a time stretch, and it didn't really look that attractive, but it was enough.
The price you have to pay.
Yeah. Anyway,
let's see. We're also
the
doing
next project-
Twilight the Unicorn 2 after that, I think. That's on the list anyway. I don't know when we're doing it, but it's on the list.
and then there's another project that we're working on. This one I've actually written myself. It's called. It's going to be called Fall of the Crystal Empire, and it's going to basically be about Sombra, Luna, and Celestia, and it's going to be probably the most I'll ever have interacted with action. So see where that comes out. Don't know how far it's going to be done long summer, but I really want to get started on that one soon.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to any future projects you guys come out with. Because we've been impressed so far.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I think one of the very last thing is just, do you want to promote yourselves, Twitters, or you want to give shout-outs to anybody at, people you work with, just other people should check out and all that? The floor is yours.
Well, all of our team members are affiliates on the main Silly Philly Studios YouTube page. I believe all of us are now. So if you want to find any of us and subscribe to us, then we're on that YouTube page. A lot of them are in the chat right now. I'm not sure. I think I saw Jen, who plays Celestia for us. I saw Spencer, who does a lot of different voices for us. He played the guard in Snowdrop at the very end. And he's the one who's kind of heading up Donut Steel. So, let's see.
And I'm just going to post your Twitters anyway in the chat. When Twitter will decide to work. But yeah. So
that'd be great.
No, follow these guys.
I just noticed you put Galaxy art in the background for this scene.
Yeah, we actually put quite a few of our...
Yeah, there's
oh, right, there's
Johannes is there.
Okay,
And,
Snap Eye.
and all of the classmates are OCs too. The one furiously waving her hand is my OC. Her hoof.
Nice.
There's also Dialect Studios in the background next to the Derpy clone, who we've dubbed Walleye. And the pink pony that was next to him is actually another one of our friends named Amy, who's actually our VA for Chrysalis, who actually did the voiced Chrysalis in the along with Rev in the promo animation that we released the Tuesday before.
And it was very hard to put a zebra in this, let me tell you.
Oh, jeez.
Those tattoos just didn't want to stay at the same place. Those stripes.
No.
All right. Well, I think we are finished. So thank you guys very much for coming on the show with us and talking with us about your work. And hopefully, we can't wait to see what you guys put out in the future. And yeah, we're done.
Thank you very much for having us.
You're welcome. Just to let you guys know now, we're actually going to be on next week, but we're not going to be on our normal time at Thursday. We are actually going to be on Sunday because we are going to... Zedrin beat me to his Twitter. I was just about to post it. Anyway, no, we're going to be on Sunday at 5 p.m. Why the Strange Time? We're going to be actually talking with Zachary Rich from Double Rainbow, so we're going to be having a talk with him, seeing what we can do with him. But otherwise, that is it for now. Tune in next time, and thank you guys again for showing up.